Merci, Monsieur le Président, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Intersex people are born with sex characteristics that do not fit typical definitions for male or female bodies, including sexual anatomy, reproductive organs, and hormonal or chromosome patterns. They have natural variations in human sex traits, and they exist in all societies. While they have varied experiences, they share a common challenge. Around the world, they often face discrimination, stigma, and even violence. There are still far too little understandings and awareness of who intersex people are and the issues that they face. And my office therefore welcomes the Council's initiative on mandating this report and adopting a resolution that specifically addresses their human rights. Recent surveys in Europe and Latin America have found that between 1/5 and 1/3 of intersex respondents experienced violence, including physical and sexual attacks. Civil society organizations representing intersex people report vandalism of their offices and events, threats against community members, and online harassment. Medically unnecessary interventions are frequently performed on intersex infants and children without their full, free, and informed consent. As noted by the World Health Organization, these are often carried out for cosmetic reasons or because of outdated beliefs that are not supported by medical research. Tragically, for the people involved, this may lead to sterilization and to lifelong pain and emotional suffering. Intersex people experience discrimination in healthcare, in education, in employment, and housing. One survey in East Africa found that 90% of intersex youth interviewed had dropped out of school due to discrimination from peers and teachers. And several sporting bodies have adopted measures that exclude women with innate variations in sex characteristics from competition. In most cases, intersex people struggle to access justice. The reasons for this include the expiry of statutes of limitations and the lack of access to medical records. Mr. President, the root causes of discrimination and harmful practices against intersex people lie in widespread stereotypes, misconceptions, misinformation, stigma, and taboo. This starts from the very beginning of their lives, when parents often receive incomplete or misleading information about their newborn intersex child. My office's report shows that changing these misconceptions and ending discrimination and abuse against intersex people is possible, and we highlight promising practices around the world. 7 member states have taken measures to prohibit medically unnecessary or non-urgent interventions on intersex children without consent. 16 have implemented measures to prohibit discrimination. We call on others to follow their lead and to engage with intersex people and organizations to understand how to protect and promote their rights more fully. Our report provides practical, concrete recommendations, including promising practices to end violence and hate crimes against intersex children and adults, to investigate the human rights violations they face, and to ensure accountability for victims. All states need to ban medically unnecessary interventions to modify the sex characteristics of intersex people without their full, free, and informed consent, also aligning health protocols and procedures with human rights standards. The report recommends that states explicitly prohibit discrimination on the basis of sex characteristics, including in education, in employment, health, housing, sports, and access to services. States must also raise awareness to end damaging stereotypes, misconceptions, misinformation, stigma, and taboos against intersex people. And they need to consult intersex human rights defenders in the design and development of laws and policies that affect their human rights. The courage of intersex human rights defenders has driven change around the world despite the very limited funding that they receive. And my office very much encourages you all to support them and their organizations. Our office will continue to advocate for an end to violence, to discrimination, and to harmful practices against intersex people. I urge that we build on this work so that intersex people can enjoy all human rights and freedoms around the world as we together deliver on our promise to leave no one behind. Thank you, Mr. President.